You don't wake up one day and decide to be in debt, but one day you realize you already are. Not because you bought something, not because you took a loan, but because your government did. Long before you had a job, long before you voted, long before you had a choice. That the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. Government don't run out of money the way people do. When a person spends more than they earn, they stop. Government don't, they borrow. They borrow from the future. And here's how it works without jargon. When a government needs money, it doesn't ask politely. It writes a promise that says, lend me money today, I will pay you back later with interest. That promise is called government debt, and someone always buys it. Banks, pension funds, insurance companies, foreign governments, even your retirement account, quietly, indirectly. So the government gets cash today and repayment is pushed tomorrow. The clever part, tomorrow keeps moving. Now, here's why this feels safe. Governments are seen as the safest borrowers on earth. Why? Because they can tax and they control money. If they are short on cash, they can raise taxes or print money or borrow even more, so lenders feel calm. Calm is dangerous because safety creates bad habits. Borrowing is supposed to be temporary. You borrow to fix a crisis, you borrow to build something productive, but government discovers something powerful. If you can roll over debt forever, you never have to stop borrowing, so they don't. Decades ago, debt used to rise and fall. Wars were followed by repayment. Economic booms reduced effects. Today, debt only moves one way up, not because governments are evil, but because borrowing is politically painless. Raising taxes hurt voters. Cutting spending hurts voter, borrowing feels invisible, no immediate pain, no angry crowd, no protest, just future consequences, and politicians don't live in the future. This is where it starts affecting you. High debt limits choices, more money goes to interest payments, less goes to schools, hospitals, roads. You feel it as higher taxes, weaker services, slower growth. It doesn't feel like debt, it feels like life getting harder. And then there's the quiet debt nobody votes for, inflation. Printing money makes debt easier to repay. But it makes your savings worthless. Your money buys less, your time is devalued. Inflation is a tax you never see on a bill. Debt makes it tempting. And here's the part nobody likes to say out loud. Debt shifts power between generations. The present spends, the future pays. Older voters get benefits today, younger people inherit the bill not because anyone planned it, but because math doesn't care about intention. If government was families, this would be parents saying, don't worry, you will earn more later, than leaving the credit card balance behind. So why do government borrow from the future? Because it works until it doesn't, because it delays pain, because it wins election, because it feels safe. But debt doesn't explode overnight, it tightens quietly, year by year, decision by decision, and the real question isn't whether the governments will borrow, they always will. The real question is how much of your future has already been spent, and how much control are you slowly giving up without even noticing?